welcome to part 3 of the Conversation API tutorial. And in this part I'll go through numbers, boolean, and PlayerNamePrompt. Before we begin, I would just like to point out that in the next prompt I made a small error, as always. That what I had before is if s equals to and Monday, Tuesday, etc. That is wrong. You want to do if s equals, in our case, you can see above, or equals. And then inside the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Just a small thing, but it wouldn't run for me properly otherwise. Now, so NumericPrompt. Now, here was a small question: how many hours of Minecraft you play a week? And here's number. Just so you know, number isn't actually int. So if I do something like if n equals 3. It won't go well because equals not in numbers. So what you want to do is dot in int value, and then kind of cast it into int person kind of. So if that is and what's the problem here? Oh yeah. Yep, there we go. So if that is less than get for get send a message that is, but no, let's be not like that, so should try again and be truthful. False. Else, as usual, we'll do our usual c dot okay, sorry, it can't return false prompt actually. So what all we'll do is, if you want to change it, you just do this prompt. So we initialize this prompt, and that doesn't exist. Yeah, that's it. So else hours to n, and return new truth prompt. So next is going to be a Boolean prompt, as you can probably guess. Let's create that quickly. And I do not like normal prompt, as I probably expressed before. So extends Boolean prompt, import, delete all of this, add and implement the methods, and as usual, you know that if it's not a boolean, it will return false, so return the get prompt text. And so get prompt text. What question should we come up with this time? Are you a robot? Okay, before you ask, yes, I know these questions are all random, but you try coming up with them in pretty much no time whatsoever. Because I'm doing this not scripted. So boolean if, and I'll just leave that as b, context c, if b if just I like colors, why not? And to show you that send message can do colors, because I'm not sure if I did it before. I might have, but whatever. Still, never hurts to do more than once. Return new player prompt. So all this essentially is get prompt text. If it's going to be false, then one thing. If it's going to be true, there's other thing. So, and otherwise it won't. It'll go back to get prompt text again because it's not true or false. So get prompt text. Oh yeah, create class, PlayerPrompt. So these are all, as you can see, I'm kind of dashing through them, but there's no real things to do. Just number here instead of integer, it's the only thing you have to remember. So if you want to do less, equal to, or greater than, you have to just do dot int value. They'll sort of cast to int. Here you just have to remember, you don't put the, whatever you call these things. I actually forgot. You just do false or true. And then do next and PlayerPrompt. So otherwise, what we'll do is c.get send raw message. Robot lab. Watch return end of conversation. So that'll just kick them from a conversation. Okay, so the player name prompt. And I forgot to make it a player name prompt. So extends player name prompt. And this works similar to get player. It only works on online players. So right. Yeah. So the player prompt, public plugin, that you need to make your own plugin. So that is, well, our one was, well, conversible tutorial. It's going to remove that. Will that give me an error? Yeah. It gives me an error here because you need to put in plugin here. So conversible touch. How I do is pull a constructor through the whole thing. So as usual, I would have a truth prompt, and then, well, sorry, public truth prompt, conversible touch plugin, and then conversible plugin, and this dot plugin equals plugin. Let's go through individually all the prompts and add them in. Maybe they're in a more efficient way, but I'm not going to go through that. Why did I write in prompt? Sorry. I'm not going to go through that just yet. Maybe in a later video, or not at all. Depends how I feel. But anyway, so once we go through all that, just go through every individual prompt, doing that. Per name is a plugin, and this is needed to get all the players in the server. So get prompt text. So what player do you want to teleport to? So same. So here I'm not too sure. I haven't played with the PlayerNamePrompt much myself, but if you try it and if it doesn't work, I will put it into a separate. Well, I'll fix it in the next video. And just do player PL equals player PL equals player syndicate from. You can do that thing, yeah. PL dot teleport to entity okay. And you want to import entity from work.bukkit.entity, nothing else. Is that fine? Yeah, that's fine. And that's that, yeah. So if it's not a player online, I'll just go back to get prompt text. And yeah. So what you can also do in this is you can use almost any prompt. Is at override. It's gonna be override is protected string get failed validation text conversation context C and string S. And why does that give me a so you can return it and there, well, should just do S plus is not online. And even if that happens, you just go back to the get prompt text. So that's that, I guess. So let's change it to checklet because checklet are red, so they know they messed up. And that is that, I guess. So it's a pretty short video. Yeah, about 12 minutes, not too bad. So what I've pretty much done here is go through the numbers prompt, fix the next prompt. Instead of s equals equals, it'll just equals in our case. We had numbers prompt, and the error here is because it has to go to the plugin. So just go through all that and keep adding the plugin with the constructor. Went to the true with the Boolean prompt, so Boolean B equals false or true, then something happens, get prompt text, the usual thing. Numeric, yeah, I just went through that, so that's number. Just again, number is not int, small difference, such as you can't do these things. You can't do the equals, less than, or greater than. With that, you just have to kind of convert to int by doing .int value. And the player name prompt is just that, yeah. So it automatically creates a constructor for itself. Well, because it's the only one that actually requires it. And string get prompt text. That's the usual. It's a validated input if the player is online. So what it'll do is that's you, the player, and it'll just teleport you to the other player, and then return. Next video I will do will be about fix that prompt and regex prompt. And regex I'm going to touch on. I'm not too good at it myself, so well, hopefully we'll get it done and you understand what it is. So new fix prompt. I have no idea what the question's going to be. tomorrow, so create the class and just before I leave, just make that. And if you remember, this from the first video, fixed prompt was the is from the first video, the example plugin. So right, that's fine. That's fine. Fix that prompt. Why is that? Import it. Let's add an implement methods. Save. Yep. So that's that. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoy the series. You understand the basics of Conversation API, and well, thanks for watching. And click the next if you want to see the next video when it's out. Thank you and goodbye.